Hello, and welcome to Kaiserreich. The war is going okay. We failed to push into Sichuan or the Yunnan Click, but we are making slow and steady progress in sustaining our efforts against the Qing government. I have buttons I can press, so I'm going to check them out. Pretty soon. Probably should do that. Oy. Ability's so low. But I really wanted to get that advisor that will strengthen the PAC. That will also add some benefits. Anyways. This war is going okay. Alright, and we're trying to like do a little mini push. Alright, Heisei versus the Dominican Republic. Alright, Tibet has been annexed. Not good. That's, I suppose, to our benefit. So we're gonna try to cut. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Fengtian is kind of a double-edged sword, because on one hand, they're kind of cutting into our potential gains. On the other hand, they are they're also going to make it possible for us to kind of recover from what was frankly kind of like a botched attempt to begin with. Oh, nice. Right. We got to nationalize the railways. We're going to redistribute warlord assets, which is going to reduce the amount of civilian factors we have, which is, not great. We may want to... Faster entrenchment might be good. We may want to actually get army regrouping. Alright. I'm reading stuff. Alright. Gonna Zhao and lie it. Don't Zhao and lie to me. Oh, hey, we got a surround. That's interesting. Overruns are always cool and good when we can make it happen. This is bad for them, but also kind of bad for me. We're gonna launch an assault. Begin the aggression. What the heck? Well, that's interesting. As certain commanders, denoted with media personality, level up, they strengthen the influence of their champion faction. What the heck? Zhang Fuqi was Dr. Sun's personal bodyguard, and he fought for the Kuomintang all across the Roman era, became commander in the legendary 4th Iron Army during the Northern Expedition. But during the exile period, he was sidelined, sent to India to advise the Bharataya forces. Since his return, however, he eagerly retaken the initiative on the battlefield. and claim multiple successes. With each triumph, he elevates the influence of the India clique of center-right officers closely affiliated with the Reconstruction faction. How much this may calm troubled war within the military as opposed to aggravating existing rivalries may remain to be seen. We're maybe gonna swap this guy out for a more politically reliable man. Hey, I like that. That's cool that that's a mechanic. What's this guy's deal? Yeah. So what I really want to do is slice these nerds in two. Because once I finish off, once the Qing government is finished, then things will be good for us. Okay, so we have popped some helmets there. Take some guns from the Batavians. Why not? Ha ha ha! The Left-KMT military reforms. The first steps to reforming our military, yay, is underway with the creation of a centralized bureaucracy to coordinate logistics, supply, and payments. A commission to handle this project was established. Trusted men, supposedly handpicked by Wang Jingwei, taking on this task with stride. This lays the foundation for future army reforms, critical for bringing our forces to the modern era war. More supply consumption, but my army just becomes better overall. They could not withstand us, so I'm going to try to do some clever territory taking. Probably going to have to give that whole area up, but I think I can probably take the rest. Alright, so they managed to take Tibet, which I don't really care about, but I managed to take basically everything up to Beijing, which is nice. If there's anything else to take, so... Alright, reduce supply consumption, sure. And now I'm out. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call them to this war. And we're gonna go to the west. You folks are going to stamp out our foes. And we're gonna see how that goes. Yep, so that means that now they have to deploy forces like now. That was the button I needed to have pressed, and then didn't, but it actually worked out to our benefit. More better artillery? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, they're much easier to pop. We just need to get to the various supply points. Before the enemy does, which we'll see if we can do that. We're gonna try crushing these guys. Okay, stuff is happening in other places. Eventually I want to surround these guys. We'll get to that. Yeah, I don't have enough guns for supporting anyone. Alright, so you go here, you go here, you go here. Alright, sweet. Cool, we are redistributing warlord assets. We're gonna revive Eastern China. Alright, more bullet, more good. Oh, not enough resources. Not missing one is not the end of the world. Alright, I think that I'm going to transition you folks over to just surround them. We have this, like, goofy encirclement. And we'll leave them encircled. New woman! Ooh, another event. How exciting. Directed by the leftist director, Kai Chusheng, a new film has emerged from Shanghai that's quickly becoming a topic of sensation. New Woman, which deals with the so-called new women in Chinese society. Based on the story of the leftist actress IZ, the film was described by many as a problem film, while it was lauded by many members within the Kuomintang for its progressive ideals. The film centers itself around an educated and modern young woman, Wei Ming, played by the beautiful Ruan Lingyu, who is living in Shanghai during the 1920s. She's a music teacher for a rural school, though she holds deep aspirations to become a writer. Her neighbor, Ying, is a factory worker, and Wei Ming teaches the factory workers patriotic songs, raising their spirits to a dream of liberation. Dr. Wang, played by Wang Naidong, is the principal of Wei Ming's school, who's infatuated with the young woman and wants her to be his concubine. Nonetheless, she turns away from him Instead, she chases the disinterested Yu Haishu, an editor. Angered, Dr. Wang fires Wei Ming just as Wei Ming's illegitimate daughter and sister arrive in Shanghai begging for money. Wei Ming's daughter is sick with pneumonia, but the sisters cannot pay the hospital fee. Without her income as a teacher, Wei Ming attempts to request an advance payment for her novel, Tomb of Love, but her publisher refuses. Distraught and without option, she prostitutes herself, and unexpectedly, her first client is Dr. Wang. After being mocked by the principal, she hits him and runs away just to watch her daughter die. Having given up hope, Wei Ming overdoses on pills. She dies in her friend's arm and she cries out, "I want to live, I want revenge." The film ends solemnly with Ai Ying and the factory workers walking out of the factory. What a tragedy. Neat. I have no idea if that's a real film. The people who do this mod like to usually do stuff like that. This is certainly a goofy little encirclement. You need to keep pushing. I mean, this territory is not incredibly valuable, but like nobody is holding this, so you know, keep attacking. Okay, maybe don't keep attacking. Whoa. Okay, interesting. Argentinian chairman dead. Radical takeover in Argentina. Okie dokie. Well, Bengtian controls Beijing. The draft law on the disposition of rebel property. To the victor go the spoils. With Kuomintang's victory in the 5 provinces, they've seized a copious amount of treasure from the defeated warlord and the fleeing bourgeois. Even if sizable quantities have been stolen, evacuated, or stashed abroad in advance. In addition to liquid assets, such as gold, jewels, and cash, the Kuomintang has nationalized capital infrastructure, such as railways, factories, and ports, especially targeting the hated foreign-owned investments of the AOG, but as always in the aftermath of victory, now comes the question of dividing the shares. The National Revolutionary Army's commanders and various party commissars have been remarkably disciplined in protecting and cataloging seized assets to the best of their ability, even as the count goes on and cases of fraud has emerged. But higher up in the chain, there has been considerable discussion how to best allocate the revolutionaries' newly acquired bounty. Further discussion is expected, but to begin with, a general direction must be charted. Return to the people. Use it to stabilize the government. Return to the people. Okay, Japan declared on the Philippines. Shrug. The needs of the people. The Kuomintang's decision to... Yeah, this is more... the Kuomintang's decision to redistribute seized properties proves broadly popular in the discussion within the Halls of Powers towards how to best enact such a plan despite the socialist revolutionaries' egalitarian principles. Unfortunately, there's already been plenty of backdoor lobbying on where to best spend the influx of league riches. Cases of outright misallocation have been punished, but a focused direction becomes more and more necessary as general trend. The RCA and their allies and the CSB have pushed for an injection of cash towards urban renewal. In their eyes, winning the urban proletariat is critical from jumpstarting industry and giving production base to win the Kuomintang's future wars. They point out that focusing spending on densely populated areas is more efficient. The limited resources they have available on hand. The PAC and affiliated factions have called for a distribution to the aid of the farmers, who they argue is the backbone of the revolution thus far. Many facing famine conditions think the disruption of the war, greater spending there, is the only way to bring peace to the countryside and consolidate Kuomintang bastions in the area. Plenty of moderates would like to do both, and have pushed for relatively even spending, even if it curtails the efficiency of either. They've joined by a divergent voice coming from the 4 elders, who stress the need for funding museums, conservatories, and other cultural institutions. In their eyes, the poor need not only material assistance, but able to appreciate the culture and beauty of their nation, even if they're to look forward to the new future. So... we have workers, peasants, and everyone. I could use more political power, and I have not done much world society stuff, so... bam! Let's balance it. Fair and balanced. try rushing Chongqing, because it doesn't look like anyone's defending there. Like their whole army is hanging out here. Okay, what's up, guys? I think I can just kind of roll these nerds. But I'm actually gonna do some stuff. Do some cheeky stuff. Do this. I don't really feel a need to like continue to defend here. I'm gonna just halt everyone. Who's here? Ah, midnight meeting. In the dead of night. Near a discreet villa, a young and somewhat inebriated officer approaches. He's a faceless man, deliberately wearing a drab, monotonous outfit calculated to prevent the man from standing out as he conducts labor of hound and horse. Or so he calls it. He carries within a proposition from his master. Inside is one of the Fledgling Republic's most eminent figures, perhaps the third most influential figure of the Mingan insurgency. The circumstances are grim, as he shoots out a hand. He shoos out his hand-picked guards from the meeting room. He's not fooled by the guest acts. He watches the man's wolfish eyes dart around for a weakness as he speaks. In the paranoid atmosphere that permeates the land, conspiracies and furtive meetings are all too common. But perhaps this eclipses all others on its scale. A plot against the leader of the very party they claim to serve. Dai Chungfang, the guest, begins by reminding General Deng Yada of their common struggle together in the insurgency, which soon devolves into a rant about how the Paris Committee has swooped in to steal all the glory, despite hiding its safety for nearly a decade. He insists that all the officers are willing to fight to protect the revolution from Wang's folly, and he proposes an alliance, with unspecified conditions against him. He is already armed with potential areas of coordination between their respective factions. Deng is quick to show annoyance at Dai equating his efforts to those of the insurgency barely concealing his disdain for the former gangster. He is well aware who Dai serves. Hu Zongnan and his clique have long been undermining Deng's authority within the army. But as the chairman's power grows, the threat of tyranny hangs over the nation, and there's some temptation to use these special methods to keep the RCA at bay. As the veteran general stares down the officer who feared to graduate Whampoa with flaring contempt, he nonetheless contemplates his own labor of hound and horse for Song Qingling in the PAC. More radicalism? Or not? I am thinking no. I think that for now, things are going to be kept cool. We're probably not, I don't think we need to attack over here. I think the Sichuan clique is somewhat screwgled. They don't really have any troops defending their flank. So, you know. I still have not gotten that particular thing, so developing the Mingan region it is. Or maybe we can adopt unconventional means. We'll adopt unconventional means. Let's do that. Whoa! Sichuan has collapsed. And I can just take it. Nice. Thereby rendering all of that potentially rather brutal fighting totally irrelevant. I'm going to actually deploy these folks to defend myself against Feng Tian and declare everyone to do the little surround over here. I think that's a good place to call it quits for now. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.